What is TWS podcast, episode, whatever, who cares at this point?
Bar.
The rants with the vindicated.
It's my podcast and I do what I want to.
People, listen.
Word, is it still live?
It's not working for me, Rich. All right, we gonna keep going.
I know I changed my voice at work.
Bars on the radio.
What is TWS podcast?
Ready.
I feel like the Neanderthal.
Staring at my watch and I'm feeling so new school. Suicide attempts, how many tries to take?
They ain't ready.
They ain't ready. They ain't never been ready. They ain't never gonna be ready. It's another episode of the What is TWS podcast. As always, I am your boy J. Flynn, and joining me through the miracle of the interwebs is the boy Rich Nerd.
Yo.
And we are the White Pants Society, and we somewhere in the hundreds with this episode. I don't know. I think we're just gonna relax and chill for this episode. We're gonna go through. Kanye took over the last episode, so we didn't get to touch on some of the dumb shit going on in the world. And the next episode, I want to set up for like an epic debate against. Did we call it Cree on the last? Yeah, we called it Cree last time. She was here against the woman the self-proclaimed woman that makes sex unsexy. We're gonna have a what I think might be an epic like I had to text her and make sure that we could talk about this and still be cool. Like that's how deep I expect us to get on this next episode. So for this episode, I wanted to chill, talk about shit we ain't get a chance to talk about and won't get a chance to talk about. Let's start out, of course, with, as always, recognizing the situation in Flint. We talking about a major city in the United States of America that is 4 years plus without clean water. These are tax-paying, water bill-paying citizens that don't have access to clean water. And the government is trying to cut off some of the programs that were bringing them bottled water. So I'm asking people to please check out my man Tavares Taylor at ttcharities.org. The last time I checked, which was probably a month ago, so I know they've done more since then, but they have provided 14,000 gallons of clean bottled water to the residents of Flint, Michigan. So, I want us to be our brother's keeper, try to take care of our own because it seems like nobody else is willing to. So please do whatever you can to support TT Charities, even if it's just, sharing or reposting or, telling your friends about it. But, check out the website. If you can donate, please do. If you can spread the word, that's just as good. And let's take care of our folks. This is crazy. 4 years plus, no clean water. That's like,
that's crazy.
It's crazy. All right. So enough with the serious shit. Rich, I got an idea. So the wife is doing. So you know how these diets are like every other day. It's a new diet, right? And so Hamps has picked up a new one. Well, not a new one. I guess other people are doing, but she on keto. Have you tried keto?
No, I haven't tried that one yet.
I don't even know what like the restrictions are, but she doing the keto joint. So it got me to thinking like these things are such fads and people jump on them so quickly that you just need to come up with a concept, and then sell it for as long as you can and then fall back. So I think TWS should go ahead and start pushing the Kanye diet. So here's how the Kanye diet works, Rich. It's real simple. Anybody can do it. You don't have to change your exercise routine, none of that. All you simply have to do is for 2 meals a day, listen to Kanye interviews until you get nauseated and lose your appetite and watch the pounds fall off. Nigga, I'm trying to tell you it will work. You don't need lipo. You ain't got Kanye money to get the lipo. All you gotta do is listen to him speak for long enough, and all of a sudden you'll notice you don't even want food. Food don't even sound appetizing. This nigga has turned your stomach.
That may work. That may work. Speaking of Kanye, I don't want to go off on him real quick, but guess who came to his defense?
What dumb ass?
Oh yeah. Stacey Dash.
And you know what? I was thinking about that. Like when Kanye said what he said, and I really felt like people was like falling over themselves to try to make sense of it, to try to justify it for him. Like he wasn't even providing these justifications. Like we was just going on our way to figure out a way that it somehow made sense because we wanted to We ain't want to let go of Kanye.
Yeah, save face for Kanye.
Save face for him. That thought crossed my mind. Like, if Stacey Dash had said this, wouldn't that nigga be trying to fix this for her? They be like, nigga, we wrote her off last year. Like, why is she still talking? Somebody take her mic away. Why is she still talking?
But now she out here defending the dude. So I don't know. Like, does that change anything?
Kanye need to call her up. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, you are not helping.
Yeah, she gonna ruin it.
You're gonna get me killed in these streets.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man, the Kanye diet. You know, we gonna get some literature together. Put some seminars. You know, we may package up the videos for you. Send you your daily dose of Kanye. 2 meals a day. Just watch the Kanye videos and watch the pounds fall off. Dopeness.
I mean, people upset about it. This is the last Kanye thing. He did another collaboration that came out in Europe. Nobody showed up at the pop-up shop. Nobody bought anything. They had to shut the thing down 3 hours after open, and they issued a statement or whatever, and they just canceled the collaboration.
Yeah, man.
Nobody wanted it.
I ain't following it at this point. Like, I think I said my piece on the last episode. Yep. I won't say I never got it, because there was a time I was like, yeah, Kanye is dope as fuck, and yeah, I had like so much hope for what Kanye was going to do for the game, and then I don't know if I think he had traumatic things happen to him and didn't really get the help he needed, and
it's just compounded.
Yeah, we talking about we can't afford to lose Kanye. I think we lost him a long time ago, and now it's too late. But yeah, I don't even want to go down that road. This week, what's been happening with me this week? So yesterday was Mother's Day. Shout out to all the mothers. Sorry we didn't do like a special Mother's Day episode, but you know, I was busy like actually celebrating Mother's Day with the mother of my children. I made flan cakes, by the way. Pause, Rich.
Sidebar. Did you just say children like in plural? That got something you want to tell us?
Yeah, my bad. That's just
the
mother of my child. Nah, son.
I knew it,
nah, son.
I knew it.
No, nah, son. Don't put that on me, son. No. that's that Ryan life. I ain't ready for that. I ain't ready for that yet. But we did the Mother's Day thing, and I tried to give her a break yesterday. From just being a mom, because I swear to God, Rich, and we was talking about this on IM the other day. It literally sounded like a torture chamber, like in my house. Like it sounded like some sick, sadistic things was going on in this house. I don't know what it is. Like, maybe y'all can explain it to me. Black mothers, like, is it? Or maybe I take that back. I'm putting it on black people again. Mothers, is there just some sort of like inherent like beef between mothers and daughters? And how soon does the shit start? My daughter is 2.5 years old, and I swear every time I leave the room or come in here to record or do anything where I'm like with just the two of them for too long, it's gonna end in screaming, like every motherfucking time. Like, and me
mother daughter beef is real.
Me and Elise never had those problems. Like we just chill. But moms and Elise, the other day I'm in here, I'm talking to Rich, and in the background all I hear, like, my daughter is screaming bloody murder, and I know my wife's not doing anything to her because that's just what she does. Like every cry is like, you killing me, and she's screaming bloody murder. I think Tammy's trying to put her down for a nap, and it got to the point where she was screaming so long and probably putting on so much a show that Tammy's laughing. So all I hear is this like blood curdling scream followed by like a hysterical laughter. It literally sounded like I was in a Saw movie or something. Like some horrible shit was happening in the next room, and I couldn't wait to finish what I was doing so I can go check on everybody, make sure I didn't walk into like a murder scene or something. That's what it sounded like, Rich. I just don't understand it. Like, what is this mother-daughter dynamic?
Yeah, mothers and daughters have beef. It goes way back. And not for nothing though, sometimes shit gets so crazy that it's funny. I probably would have been laughing at it. I can understand where you coming from though, but F it.
Nah, the other day when she came home from DC, she spent some time with her grandmother, Tammy's mother and grandfather, and she was super spoiled. So it took us like 2 weeks to like reprogram her back to what life at home is like. And I was trying to give her a bath and she was going off to the point like she wouldn't let me touch her with the rag. Like she was literally, you'd have thought I was performing an exorcism or something. Like every time the water touched her, she just like flipped out. And yeah, and it got to a point where I was laughing. Like I called Tammy in the bathroom, like, watch this, and I like put the rag in her face, watch her flip out. The shit was hilarious. But I guess that's parenting. But speaking of daughters, nigga, we went to see a LFL game, yo, and I'm telling you, man, like I was prepared to be entertained. I don't think I was prepared to be that entertained. Like that was,
I didn't think it was gonna be that good.
That was a dope. And if you don't know what the LFL is, it was formerly the Lingerie Football League. Is it the Legends of Football League?
Yeah, Legends Football League.
Legends Football League. So it was the league with the scantily clad women, which was the reason I bought the tickets. Unfortunately, I don't know. Fortunately, I don't know. Unfortunately, between last year and this year, they did some uniform updates, and they no longer wear like what was they wearing, like thongs or like?
Yeah, they were like thongs, super short shorts, boy shorts.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, so they no longer wear the thongs. They wear yoga pants now. So it wasn't quite what we were expecting, but maybe that did give us the opportunity to focus more on the actual football game.
And I think that was the point, to showcase the actual talent and not the assets of the talent.
But I mean, the assets were still out there. It just wasn't. It wasn't as distracting as it could have possibly been.
You can focus on the actual plays more, and then when you started doing that, we started to notice that there were actual like plays going on. And it was actually more physical than I thought it was going to be.
It was super fucking physical. Like, they got no rules. Like, it was clotheslining people. And
choke slamming
people. It was no rules in that joint. But yeah, we watched the game between the Austin Acoustic, the home team. Shout out to the Austin Acoustic. And the Atlanta Steam.
Yep.
I'll just be the first to say, in terms of what we came to see, there was a clear difference between the Atlanta team and the Austin team. I miss home. I miss the East Coast. I really do. Shout out to number 3, number 9, number 6. I don't know your names. I need to go to the website. But shout out to y'all. I wanted to like stay. I didn't, I needed to get home because I think that was the day before the christening or whatever. I needed to get home, but I did kind of want to stay for the meet and greet just so I could see what some of these ladies look like in like regular clothes. Because I mean, there were sights to see.
The mom next door or something.
Nah, ain't no mothers look like that. They live next door to me. Son. I still remember number 6. I need to get like, can I go back to like the kid days when we put up posters of our favorite players on the wall? Like, would I get in trouble if I had like, if Tammy came in here and I had like Atlanta Steam posters everywhere?
Who's that?
It's number 6. What's her name? I don't know.
Number 6. Number 6, girl 6, miss 6.
Nah, but I mean, it was a really good game. It actually came down to a last minute touchdown. Like, and I was surprised like how into it I was. I was like standing up and cheering. Home team won. Austin won on a last minute touchdown. It was super dope. So I think
it was a good game. To put it simply, it was an actual football game. Like, it was real football.
It was a real football game. Yeah. To put it simply, it was just like it was a professionally played like pickup game. Like, but it was entertaining football. And I think for the cost of the tickets, and just the atmosphere, it's definitely something I'd do again. I was surprised at the number of women who was there.
Yeah.
But then all the women that came to watch the game also came like, you ain't about to be distracted by these, you ain't about to be distracted by what's on the field. You better keep your attention up here. So the women came dressed to impress. It was quite the event.
Yeah, it was a good game. I'd go to another one. It didn't disappoint.
Yeah, and I was thinking about how because we invited. So Rich and I went, and then we invited another friend of mine, and I invited him like last minute, and I just sent him a text like, we're going to see an LFL game. So it's like I kind of knew I wasn't giving him like out front all the information that he possibly needed. I was giving him enough information to find out the information that he needed, but I wasn't like blatantly saying we're going to see the lingerie game.
Because even when I spoke to him, I was like, "Hey, did you get Jared's message? You know, we going to this game. You coming through? Do you know what the LFL is?" And he's like, "Yeah, I got you. I know." No, he didn't. He had no idea.
Yeah,
he had no idea. And what was crazy is that because his brother went, and his brother knew exactly what it was.
All right.
But he was like, "I ain't gonna say nothing." He's like, "You don't know? I ain't gonna say nothing. We just gonna go inside."
All right, Rich. You know, because I keep it 100 with the people. We all family. I'm gonna talk freely. Ooh. Ooh, pause. I'm gonna talk freely. Was I the only one that showed up and was Jai upset because this Boris Kojo looking motherfucker was there? Dog? It's supposed to be like the regular dude hang out, and here come like,
this nigga did look like fucking cross between Boris Kojo and fucking Shamar Moore and shit.
Nah, I feel uncomfortable the
Out
whole
here
time. Like, you know,
all
like
6'2" and shit. Just
LA
galloping around.
actor, you know, like cool dude. I immediately became self-conscious. I'm like, God damn it. I was not expecting to hang out with Boris Kojo today. Like that, you know. If I had known, I'd have wore something different.
Yeah. So that's how I felt. As soon as I pulled up, I was like, God damn, over the wrong motherfucking outfit. Out here looking all weird and shit. This thing out here modeling.
Yeah. So ladies, we compete too. I just didn't, I thought we was just niggas hanging out. I didn't know we was runway in it. Nobody.
I blame Ryan here.
Ryan ain't. All right, so we didn't tell him that it was a yoga pants game, and he didn't tell us he was bringing a male model. All right, it's a wash.
Guess we even.
It's a push. Yeah. All right, let's move on to some more important shit. So what happened with Grandma and the police?
Man, listen. So this is weird. Coming off the heels of talking about Mother's Day, right? So, grandmother and where is she from? Can't remember. I can't remember where she's from. I think it was South Carolina or something like that. But grandmother out there, basically, she's been driving Lyft at night and on the weekends, like just to make extra money, support the family, bring extra money home or whatever. You know, you got grandkids, kids. You want to do what you can. So apparently the police felt like she was driving awkwardly, so they pulled her over. They pull her over, they give her a ticket, and they ask her to sign a ticket. She doesn't agree with it, so she refuses to sign, which is her right. It even says up there, if you refuse to sign this ticket, you just show up in court. So they got upset, and they asked her to get out the car. So grandma's like, all right, I'll get out. And she's like, to the young dude, do you mind helping me? She opens the door, fully cooperating. She reaches her hand out so that they can take her hand and help her step out of her car. Elderly woman, she's like, let me get some help. When I tell you 6 cops roll up and yank her out this car, like they pulling on her, tugging on her. Y'all need 6 people to pull 4 people to pull a 65-year-old woman out of a car?
Yeah, I think that's the first thing that caught me, because I haven't really read the article all the way through, and I didn't watch a lot of the video. I think I watched more of like her press conference talking about how it fucked up her soul. I don't know if you saw that, joint.
Yeah, I saw it.
But my immediate reaction when I saw the little bit of the video that I saw was like, why is there so many police? Like, it's one lady, like, there's nobody else in the car. It's one 65-year-old woman, and it's like 6 dudes, like not like female officers, like
big cops,
dudes.
And they just yelling in her face, screaming profanities, like on her, and all she was just trying to get help to get out of her car. She has an SUV. She needed to step down, like I said, and they forcibly pulled this 65-year-old elderly woman out of her car because she wouldn't sign the ticket. That's crazy. It's crazy.
That's right. So I want to see where we go, because this kind of bleeds into what I want to debate with Cree on for next week. But I do want to see what the reaction from our community is going to be to this one. Here we have another interaction with a African American female and the police, and now we have not only was she female, but I'm not supposed to call him female. I'm sorry. Not only was she a woman, but she was elderly as well, and to be treated that way, I haven't heard the response from the police yet. Like, and here's I guess the argument, why is it that I'm like, I need to hear the response from the police? I need to watch the video all the way through. it's like I feel more of a need to kind of get all of the information.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I feel more of a need in this situation than I do in other situations, but I don't know. But we're going to hash that out. We're going to hash that out next week. I do want to, Rich, did you hear about, and this is from December of last year, but there's a 20-year-old woman who just had to plead guilty to second-degree manslaughter because she killed her boyfriend while videotaping a stunt for YouTube.
What?
You familiar with this story?
I'm trying to think, but I don't recall.
You don't recall? Well, guess what, Rich? It's time for Guess the Ethnicity. Yes, sir. Another round of Guess the Ethnicity. Your favorite new game show where Rich tries to figure out the ethnicity of the person in question with as little information as possible.
She killed her boyfriend while filming a stunt for YouTube.
Right. So
right off back, I'm gonna say white, but go ahead.
All right, you're gonna say white right off bat. That's your first guess. I'm gonna give you a little more information about the story, then we'll come back to it. But this was a couple who was trying to get their internet fame game going. They had a couple of these videos out there where they did pranks and stuff on each other. I think one of their pranks was her feeding him a powdered donut that was covered in baby powder instead of powdered sugar.
Bruh,
And,
that's too much.
this is what people are doing these days. I got to hold on. We have a guest. You leaving? Was she coming? Am I getting night-night kisses? Okay, night-night kisses.
You ever go night, nigga?
Night-night, sweetie. I love you. Oh. Anyways, from something sweet to something stupid. Yeah, so he did the powdered donut thing. So, I mean, and this seems to be a thing. I've seen couples doing this, like these super pranks, like who can prank the other person the worst. But this one went wrong. The prank they were trying to pull off in this particular video was they were trying to prove whether or not a bullet could go through an encyclopedia. And so what this genius decided to do was hold the encyclopedia in front of his chest while his girlfriend fired a gold Desert Eagle.
Time out. Well, why would you even hold the book though? Why wouldn't you just put the book on the floor or on a shelf or in a visor? Why would you even hold the book?
Apparently he had tested this before and was actually showing, because he's trying to convince her to shoot him basically. And I guess he showed her an example of one that he had shot previously where the bullet didn't go all the way through. So I think he was confident that he could pull this off. He didn't believe. I mean, it's a Desert Eagle though, but whatever. All right, so with that information, we got 20-year-old searching for YouTube fame, gold Desert Eagle. You sticking with your original guess?
I'm saying white because I don't want to be stereotypical, but every black person I know knows that a Desert Eagle gonna go through some shit. A Desert Eagle could go through two dudes back to back, like a fucking eagle. Nah, bro. Nah. Mm-mm.
All right, so we're gonna come back to it. But you sticking with your original guess?
Yeah, I'm sticking to it. Fuck it.
All right, we'll come back to guess the ethnicity. All right, what else we got on the docket, Rich? Let's get down into some of these shit I don't care about, but I feel the need to report. I actually care about this one though.
Yeah, I was about to say I care about this one a little bit. And it's up in the air because you know what? After thinking about it a little bit, it can go either way. But I'm gonna introduce it first, and we can talk about it. So apparently, Supreme Court has finally legalized sports gambling in another state than Nevada. Right. That's right, folks. In the state of New Jersey, you can gamble and bet on sports legally.
And what I got from the article is that I think it was New Jersey that had the suit that got this ruling. But really, it says that the federal ban against sports gambling is unconstitutional. So we couldn't see this.
And that was the grounds that the federal ban against sports betting is unconstitutional. And if that's the case and it's overruled, then by that definition, it should be, voted on by each state individually according, what they want to do, which is what just happened. If it was found unconstitutional, therefore the law against it was repealed or amended, making New Jersey state able to vote that it's legal in their state. So I mean, it sets a crazy precedent.
And I don't know. I don't know how I really feel about sports betting. All I know is that here in Texas, you can't do it. So I can't do like DraftKings and them other, joints. And I'm a big fantasy football fan. So these are things I definitely have wanted to do, but I can't do because
do it now.
I can't do it now because it's because it's illegal. And also, I mean, I've run into problems just doing my fantasy football on Yahoo, where Yahoo has a setup you can collect the money through Yahoo, but because I live in a state where sports betting is illegal, you can't. If Yahoo detects that you're from Texas, they won't allow you to participate in things like that. Yeah. So like, it affects me on a fantasy level, and I'm like a huge fantasy football fan. So I'm looking to see where this is going to go. So I don't care, but I kind of care, and then who knows what effect it's going to have on sports in general. Yeah. If
and I mean,
sports betting becomes a bigger industry.
Yeah, because I mean, it's already largely done everywhere anyway. So it's like on the upside, you can do it legally now, so people don't have to be on murky alleyways and be afraid to go to jail. And because it's legal, the government gets their percentage, which means more tax money going into the different states and the health infrastructure and blah 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 blah, and the pad politicians' pockets and whatever they're going to do with it.
I'm glad you mentioned that not being in murky alleys and stuff. I think that's going to tie into something we're going to talk about later. So I got to remember to bring that back up. But yeah, that's going to make for a good conversation.
Then the downside is that now that you can make these bets, who's to say I won't, or a person won't bet against themselves or their team to lose and collect that money.
Get that Pete Rose going again.
So.
Is Pete Rose ever going to make it to the Hall of Fame? Are they ever going to? It's not going to ever happen. Not that I care. I'm not a big baseball fan. I can watch anything in the playoffs. Shout out to the Capitals. We in the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time in 20 years. Got over that hump. Finally beat Sidney Crosby. So shout out to the Caps. But that's another sport. Like, I don't watch any regular season hockey. Become playoff time, I'm a fan. So shout out to the Capitals. Shouts to Boston for beating the dog shit out the Cavaliers the other night.
Man,
put a smile on my face.
That was retarded. So I DVR'd it. Shout out to Hoppage and my my networked TV tuner that let me hook it up to my NAS and DVR some live TV and games. That was clutch because I got to watch the game last night. And as I watched it, I was like, are you shitting me? Like, it's like the Cavs had 6 days off, and they was like, fuck it, we needed one more. Make it a full week, because they did not do shit. Like, that game was shit, and crybaby-ass LeBron looking for these phony-ass, fake-ass fouls.
The fans was giving it to him.
Yeah. But,
all right, well, speaking of someone else that's beating the dog shit out of their opponents right now, I'm going to keep bigging him up. Royce's album is crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Royce is going to get back-to-back Lyric of the Week. And this time, I'm not even going to, I think I haven't done Lyric of the Week justice because I've been trying to spit the lyrics myself. And I might not be the best, representative of what these artists were trying to get across. So I'm going to let Royce speak for himself. Here you go right now. Lyric of the Week, Royce the 5'9", off his new album, Book of Ryan. This is from the song Woke. Enjoy.
This one's for those who don't know they pop's not invincible yet. Trick bitches, hoes that don't know just how nasty they are. They out here wearing the same tongue ring. They ain't changed from 10 dicks ago yet. Hopefully that's go.
All right, hold on. Yeah, and the reason that got Lyric of the Week for me, because I usually try to go for something like deep and positive and dumb shit like that. But I played the new Royce for my wife, and we in the car, and that was the first line. That's like from one of the first songs on the album. But that was the first line they called her when she was like, "That it is chicks out here with the same tongue ring from 10 dicks ago." Like that is some nasty shit. And Man, so now, niggas out there in the world, like if you out there still in the game, you might need to interrogate women with tongue rings and make sure things are being sterilized properly for you. I'm just saying.
But bruh, who thinks of that?
Who thinks of that?
Who thinks of that?
I'm so glad I'm out the game, bro.
And that shit make you think, because it's like everybody's always like, damn, if these walls could talk,
Right.
motherfucker, if that tongue ring could talk, like nigga, the same tongue ring from 10 dicks ago.
Right.
That shit
And this
wild.
goes back to the Chris Rock joint. If she wearing a tongue ring, she'll probably suck you. Like you look at chicks with a tongue ring like, oh yeah, like I got one, and now you got to think like, whoo, like yeah, she probably will, she probably has, and has she changed that tongue ring?
That shit is crazy.
It's fucking gross.
It's crazy.
Ladies, that's fucking gross.
That's crazy.
Yeah, do something about it.
What's wrong with you?
I need to see tongue ring sterilizer on the market. Like I need to see commercials for that shit tomorrow. I need to know that these products exist and y'all are using them. I need to see it in HEB that is like tongue ring sterilizer or something. I need it specifically for tongue rings. You know
that shit is crazy.
Yeah, specifically for tongue rings.
But
Rich, add that to the TWS product lineup. We need tongue ring cleanser.
tongue ring cleanser.
Tongue ring cleanser.
All right,
Antibacterial.
so speaking of chicks and dicks,
Oh no.
that segues into our next topic.
It was at this moment he knew he fucked up.
So apparently, Caitlyn Jenner is getting married.
Dickless chicks. Okay.
So Caitlyn Jenner is marrying 21-year-old Sophia Hutchins, who's goes to the where did she go? Pepperdine University.
Yeah.
So apparently they've been having this long romance. They went on vacation in Mexico in 2017, and they've just been having this budding romance. So I don't even know how to phrase this. So basically, Sophia Hutchins is also a transgendered woman. So Caitlyn Jenner, a 68-year-old man who was transitioned into a woman, is marrying 21-year-old Sophia Hutchins, who was a man who transitioned into a woman. So it's crazy because if you would have asked them both before, they both would have been like, no, I'm not gay. But now, technically they are.
Right. Hey, either way, you gay. Like you were.
Yeah,
it's either two men or two women. Like there's no way to look at it where you're not attracted to the same gender. Like even if transgender is a gender, then you're both whatever. Shit, I don't care about, but feel the need to report.
It gets murky because he was a man married to a woman who transitioned to a woman who divorced a woman who's now a woman who's dating a woman who was a man. So the answer is X.
Right, and it's so it was this guy shitting on the football field. Like we just gonna move on. This nigga was shitting on the football field.
Yeah,
now before we get to that, let's get back to guess the ethnicity. All right, when we left off, Rick had decided your initial guess is Caucasian. This is correct. We're talking about a 20-year-old woman who just pled guilty to second-degree manslaughter for shooting and killing her boyfriend while filming a YouTube stunt. Tried to shoot an encyclopedia while her boyfriend held it in front of his chest. You can guess how it turned out. So let's see. What additional information would I give you? I'll give you two choices on additional information. And so this is another way I'm learning how the rules to this show have to work, because I played this game with Tammy last night and she was like, I want the last name. And I was like, you can't choose the shit. I'm gonna give you the possible new information. It's how it has to work, really. Two options. Would you like to know the state in which this took place, or would you like to know the penalty she received for pleading guilty?
The penalty.
All right. So she did take a plea, and let me get exactly what the penalty is. So see, she was facing up to 10 years What she eventually got, I believe, was 180 days.
She's white. She's white. She's fucking white.
Which,
She's fucking white. Nigga.
hold on. It gets worse. She got 180 days, pretty much 6 months. And that is to be served by a 30-day jail sentence for each of the next 3 years. So for 30 days each year for the next 3 years, she has to go to jail, and then she can spend the rest of the 6 months.
Fuck? She got options like that?
She got options. It's not even consecutively. Like, she don't have to go for 180 days. She goes for 30 days a year for the next 3 years, which is 90 days, and then can serve the rest of that 6 month jail term on house arrest.
Bruh.
Now, in addition to the jail time, she also can make no money off of the video. No money can be made off of the video. And she is barred from owning a firearm for life.
This is some Logan Paul shit. I'm saying white.
You sticking with white?
Hell yeah. 180 days, and it's not even consecutive. It's served concurrent years, and you're only serving part of it? Nigga, she's white. Fucking super. And she's got to be a super beautiful white, taking advantage of the pretty clause. The fuck?
All right,
I want to see what she looks like.
I got you, Red. I got you. So I'm gonna give you one last chance. Right now, we still at white. Would you like to know the state in which this took place? Or are you just like, fuck it, she was white?
What state was it?
Minnesota.
Oh, come on now, don't you know? She's fucking. Fuck that, no.
Fuck that. All right.
She shot Bobby. Come on.
Man, I'm making all kinds of noise. I'm trying to send you this picture, but it ain't gonna work out. All right, Rich. Here we go. Mona Lisa Perez, a 20-year-old Minnesota woman whose quest for internet fame took a tragic turn when she fatally shot her boyfriend, Pedro Ruiz III, while performing a stunt intended for YouTube, has pleaded guilty to second-degree manslaughter. Now, I don't know what exact ethnicity Mona Lisa Perez of Hallstatt.
I'm looking at her. She's white.
I don't know. Mona Lisa Perez and Pedro Ruiz?
Your name is Jared Flanagan.
True. Facts.
I mean, bro. I'm looking right at her. I had to Google this just now. She's white. all the way white.
I don't know if she can get that white and pretty, though. She's white. She's white. If she's white, she's just white. That's all. I mean, that's all I'm giving her.
What was her boyfriend name? He thought she was pretty.
Pedro Ruiz III. I don't know why I gotta adopt the accent when I say it, but
in this picture, she's pretty. She doing the duck lips and all of that, duck face.
I don't like the duck. Hey, ladies, can we put an end to the duck face? This shit is retarded. Like, that's not a normal facial expression. Like, there's no time when you would be making that facial expression. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's not like it's never a candid shot, because there's no candid moment where you be making the duck face. Like, can we stop?
Bro,
I need you to look beautiful when you wake up first thing in the morning, not when you prepared and like pursing your lips for no apparent reason. Like, I need the candid shot, and that shit is not candid.
Nah, she wanted to kill him. She wanted to kill him. She made it.
According to the article, he had to beg her to fire the shot. So he was showing her the book that he had shot already, kind of like trying to convince her that it was not going to go through.
Nah, he ain't had to convince her. I'm looking at this tweet that she tweeted. Me and Pedro are probably going to shoot one of the most dangerous videos ever. Blushy face. His idea, not mine. Monkey covering his eyes. Nigga, she wanted Pedro done. She swapped the bullets out at the end. That's what she did.
Mr. Ruiz had been trying to get her to fire the gun for a while. Ms. Perez told investigators, according to court documents.
Exactly. That was her story. We can't hear his side. Why? Because she killed her.
Hey, well, I'm going to give you that one. I don't know if she is not white. I just know her name don't sound white. But again, me being Jared Flanagan, fuck do I know. Thank you, Rich, for playing another game.
Yep.
Of guess the. I can't even say this shit. Like, we gotta make a better name for the show. Guess the ethnicity. Guess. I gotta work on my enunciation. Anyway, all right, where we at? We was gonna get on the Otis Mad Pooper. This nigga shitting on the football field.
Yeah, because what the fuck?
So I guess that apparently somewhere in New Jersey there was a dude taking dumps on the football field. They was trying to figure out who it was. They had found him, and it was a superintendent. Superintendent was had some shit to get off his chest.
Like why? Like, but why though?
I don't even want to know the motive for like what? Yeah, what has to go through your mind? You're like, you know what I want to do there? Shit on the football field. Like I don't even like using public bathrooms. Like more or less, just outside. Did he bring toilet paper with him, or was he just walking around with peanut
Dirty
butter
Joe.
in his ass for the rest of the night? Like, you know what?
Dirty Joe. Just
Let's
like
not.
that.
You know what I'm saying? Between fucking tongue rings and this shit, I'm disgusted. Keep it moving. 600,000 on the highway. What we got, Rich?
So this one was actually pretty crazy, and I couldn't believe it, and immediately made me feel like I'm in the wrong state. So Indiana, going down I-70 on the expressway, all of a sudden a Brinks truck, somehow, some way, the doors weren't secured properly, doors swung open, $600,000 flies out the back of this armored truck. And of course, people just everywhere, just grabbing the money, commuters stopping their cars all over the place, people running in the street, like gathering up the money. And first of all, $600,000. The dude who drove the truck, he had to be fired. No way, he still got a job.
$600,000. But again, the people who stopped, you know what I'm saying? If the cameras, they looking at license plates, and that's theft. They're gonna get them folks.
Is it?
They looking to prosecute people. From the article I read, they are looking to prosecute, and they checking license plate numbers, and they coming to see you. Now, if you hop that fence, congratulations, enjoy your payday. But if you stopped your car and picked it up, I don't know, son. You might want to just turn it in. Might want to just be safe. I think they're giving you the opportunity to turn it in. But if you don't turn it in,
they said that they're asking people to return the money. But bro, what? I don't know.
And this made me think of this all the time. I'm gonna take it to a serious note for just a quick second, and then we're gonna come back. You know, I do the Road to Recovery series, and I'm very vested in recovery and people being able to figure out they have a problem and get help. I got some news this week that really fucked with me. A person that I kind of liked, I found lost their job because of a situation with addiction. And so all I'm gonna say about it is admitting that you need help is a very important step. In the situation that I found out with my coworker, when HR approached her, and this is just a tip, when HR approaches you,
it's too late.
It's sort of too late. Number one, do not lie. Like if they approach you about it and they asking, like you say, Rick, it's too late because they already know.
Yeah.
But don't say yes. Don't say no. Say I have a problem. I need help. And most companies will almost feel obligated to try to help you. If you can admit to the people that you have a problem and ask for help, the company will have to try to help you. If you lie, if you're not really out, if you're not really being forthcoming or not asking for help or not admitting that you have a problem, it could go left for you. But if you can admit in that moment that you have a problem and ask for help, a lot of companies are obligated to give you that help, to try to put you on some sort of program, maybe test you every so often, help you find some treatment. But so if you get approached by HR and they're asking you, like Rich said, it's too late. They already know. But say to the people, I have a problem and I need help. And most of these companies will try to get you help. All right.
Yeah.
Done with that. Apple doing dumb shit. What's Apple doing now? I'm not an Apple fan, so you're going to have to explain this one.
So technically, they're not doing dumb shit. So what Apple did is basically try to help their people out a little bit more. So basically, you got companies out there like Gray Shift, who created the little black boxes, who hack into phones for the police and for the federal agencies. Like whenever issues go down and they trying to see who you were contacting, who you were involved with, who you called, who you told about it, who your accomplices were when you commit a crime, terrorist acts, blah 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 blah. So with the latest firmware update from Apple, basically what they did is they put something into the phone firmware to where if the person physically does not log into their phone or device in 7 days, it automatically disables the USB access. And basically how that works, what that is for is because, they'll have somebody in jail, just like after the terrorist bombing in Boston or whatever, or the person will be dead, they have somebody in jail, custody, whatever the case may be, but they have their cell phone. The person obviously is not signing in, so you connect to this black box and you have an infinite time to sort of try to brute force it and, come up with as many passwords as you can via the machine to break into the device. Now, though, you have a time limit. If the person doesn't sign in within, 5 days, 7 days, that's it. Disables USB, you can no longer break into that device. So it's a gift and a curse. On one hand, it's like, well, shit, I'm glad. I don't want to lose my phone, and somebody out there try to, sell it, wipe it, do whatever, because I know how to wipe them. But then at the same time, it's like under those special circumstances, you would want the police to get access to it. But, do you compromise, the security and the rights of some? I mean, the rights of all for the some? Like, you know what I mean? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm one of them people that, when I install an app and they be asking for permissions and shit, I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Say no.
I'm like, you can have access to whatever. Like, I don't know. If they gonna get it, they gonna get it. Like I said, I used to work for, I did contracts for Homeland Security. And I remember having conversations with network guys for Homeland Security, and it's extremely locked down network. But the understanding was, if it's got access to the internet, it's hackable. We're gonna make it as hard as possible. But I've even heard people, use the phrase, if you're good enough to get in, then you deserve to see what you see. Like that. I mean,
I've heard that one. Yeah.
I mean, that's just reality. Like, there's probably even this block, I'm not sure, is undefeatable. Like, is that a word? Undefeatable? Invincible. Yeah. Like, somebody gonna, it's gonna go back and forth. You block something, somebody figure out a way around it. So you figure out a better way to block it. They figure out a better way to get around it. So I probably need to care, but I don't. And that's all I have to say about that, right?
All right, so this last one before we go.
Let's get into this one.
About Miranda. So I haven't read much into it. Like I told you earlier, when I first saw it, I shied away because it's like, really, Miranda? Used to be the homie, but now I don't know. But curious to see what you think about it.
One, fuck Sex in the City. Hate that show. Should have never been made. And two, I see what she was trying to do, and I think my worry is that we get caught up in semantics. So basically, Miranda, I should stop calling her Miranda and figure out her actual name.
Cynthia Nixon.
Whatever. But where she's running for, what, mayor or governor? What is it?
New York gubernatorial candidate.
Okay, so she's running for governor of New York, and she's talking about the whole topic of legalizing weed. And so what she was trying to say was that if we legalize it, we need to because what happens is we legalize weed, and then the people that are in position to take advantage of this of this new market are not the people who've been prosecuted for years for already being in the market. Mm-hmm. So she was like, if we legalize it, we need to put policies in place to give minorities or some of these underprivileged people first dibs on licenses and things, to try to help them get a head start in the industry, since they've had years of, like I said, being persecuted and families and communities decimated because of people selling and being in the industry illegally. and then she fucked up because she used the word
Exactly.
reparations. But here's the thing: the word reparations has nothing to do with slavery. The word reparations just means like a payment or or some sort of way to make up for a wrongdoing. And in that sense, what she said makes perfect sense. But in America, the word reparations is emotionally tied to slavery. So the idea that somehow giving us frontline access to the weed industry is making up for slavery caught people the wrong way.
Exactly.
And so I think on one end, I feel like I know what she was trying to say, and she chose the wrong word. And I don't know if her choosing the wrong word, maybe I should, like, she's not sensitive enough to what is actually happening in this country. Maybe she doesn't understand enough about what actually happened in this country, or she would have chosen a different word. Because I'm sure that was a written speech. She didn't say that shit on the fly.
Yeah,
she knew she was
see what
going
you're doing, right?
Yeah,
you see what you're doing.
What am I doing? Am I skating?
No, you're not skating. But exactly what you're saying.
I'm coming up with rationalizations for something that she didn't even like. She's not saying that.
There you go.
Right.
Kanye in this situation.
Kanye and the shit out this. This is her first offense. Kanye been fucked up for a long time. This is her first offense. I just hate when we get caught up in the meaning of a word. Like, this is a semantic thing, and I'd hate to see somebody that I think. I hate to see somebody that I think was trying to say something good get beat to shit like this because they chose the wrong word.
Exactly. Choice is a word.
Nigga, don't do it. Don't use the Chewbacca defense, nigga. Don't use the Chewbacca defense.
I was just saying.
Nigga, Chewbacca was a Wookiee. It doesn't make any sense. None of this makes it. Don't use the Chewbacca defense on me. Right? I'm just but then what I wanted to say in relation to what we talked about earlier with the sports gambling is that not only do we need to be looking at how minorities and the communities that have been persecuted for years in this industry can get some frontline access to this new budding industry, but then we need to make the legalization. What is the word I'm looking for? It needs to be backdated, and we need to be looking at releasing non-violent offenders, not just giving people a front row access to the new world, but the people that have suffered because they got crazy jail sentences for participating in something that's now going to be legal. If it wasn't a violent offense, let them out.
I agree.
And I think maybe the same thing with the sports betting. If it's dudes that was in the murky alleys, making a living off something that you now gonna make legal, if they ain't hurt nobody, you let them out. Stop jailing these. You're gonna make something legal all of a sudden, then they didn't commit a crime. Go back to make that shit retroactive. But yeah, all right. So maybe I'm Kanyeing the fuck out of this Miranda situation. I feel for her. Maybe it's me coming to the defense of a woman. Maybe it's the fact that I don't think she's crazy, and I think Kanye is batshit.
Shit off the fucking boxes. Yeah.
Maybe. But yeah, I feel you, Rick. Yeah, I'm rationalizing for her. She hasn't said this. She hasn't come out with this excuse yet that I know of. This is just me finding a way that it's not as bad as everybody says it is. Everybody wants it to be. I feel you. Rick. You called me. Fuck it though. In this show, I don't feel like it's wrong to be a hypocrite. I think it's wrong to be a hypocrite and not admit that you're a hypocrite.
Touche.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I'm doing it. There you go.
I own my hypocrisy.
I am who I say I am. Flaying out.
Makes sense. Mic drop.
But yeah, I don't know. We like an hour in. Do we want to hit any of these stragglers? Because next week is going down, my nigga.
Pause. No, I think we pretty good. I'm gonna have to listen to these 3 Stacks tracks before I talk about it, because I'm historically a fan of 3 Stacks. but I gotta give it some play. I gotta give it some play.
I was excited until you said 17 minutes.
17. Yeah, it said new track 17 minutes. I was like, ooh, no. I was reading it as I was going to press play, and then I was like, nah.
All right, here's a quick one before we dip out. Pause. 3 Stacks, right? We put 3 Stacks. Most people will put him in their top 10 or up there. He's upper echelon. He's elite level, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I heard somebody make the argument that anybody could be elite level if they only put out a verse a year. If you have all year to write a verse, it better be dope. It better be dope as fuck. It better be the best fucking verse. And 3 Stacks has been on that pace for like the last, I want to say 3-4 years. Like we get like 1-2 tracks, maybe a feature, maybe just a verse, not even 3 verses, but just a feature. He shows up on something. And he fucks it up every time he shows up on something. But is that a valid argument that,
nah,
that he might be a little inflated because he's not, his production is not the same level?
I don't think he's actually taking the year to like create it. I feel like he's bullshitting for 8 months, 12 months, and then he decides to do a project. And once he starts to do the project, he focuses on it, and then that's when the magic happens. I don't feel like he's preemptively like, oh, I'm about to kill it. And, picks out one like phrase a month for the 12 months to create a whole sentence.
I think about that, and I'm not in any way putting myself on the level of any of these elite rappers or Andre, but it's like I think I'm pretty good, but I know I can't do what Royce does. Like I can give you a hot 16 here, a quick freestyle there, maybe a song every once in a while. I doubt I had the talent or the attention span or the tenacity or the stick-to-itiveness to do that consistently for a 12-song album, and then to do that, and then to produce albums or mixtapes twice a year. I definitely feel like I definitely feel like you give me a track, you give me an appearance, I'm gonna give you a nice 16. I'm gonna give you a solid 16 that competes, with most industry dudes right now. But yeah, could I do it for an album? I don't think so. So I don't know.
I mean, I still think he's up there. 3 Stacks still got it.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's up there, but I think it's a valid argument though. That was just the first time I heard somebody put it that way. Like, if you only had to do like 1 verse a year, shouldn't every verse you do be elite level every time?
Yeah, I can see the rationale in that.
I can see the rationale. I just want to throw that out there. We just about an hour. I think we can wrap it up. Wrap it up, B.
Yeah. You already know.
But yeah, thank you for rocking with us. Major projects in the works for the end of the year. Man, I know I normally do a lot, about people not liking and sharing or posting stuff, trying to get people to like and share. Let me just take a moment this time to appreciate the people who are listening, who do share without me asking. I noticed it this weekend. Like I really wasn't that active on social media or promoting any of the content that we had out there. And they were just people who support the show because they like what we do. They kind of took up the mantle for me. Like we were still, getting our impressions on Twitter. We were still getting our plays on SoundCloud. And I really wasn't doing much. So I do appreciate it. I do see everybody out there that rock with us. And thank you so much. So much.
Definitely. It's much appreciated, as always.
But we got a lot more content coming in all ways, shapes, forms, and fashions. That sounded pause. I feel like I need to say pause for some reason on that one. But anyway, until we speak again, everybody out there, be the light and be safe.
Peace.
Peace.